Hello, my beautiful Saggies. Excuse me, the minute I turn on the camera, my throat goes. Sometimes when I'm in channel mode, that happens. Let's hope it doesn't happen throughout the reading, right? Welcome in if you're new. Welcome back if you've been here before. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your views on the last Sagittarius video that I posted. I love and appreciate each and every one of you so much you don't even know. Thank you for the comments, the likes. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for people that take the time to watch my videos. These, of course, are not messages from me, Lisa, although Spirit does sometimes have me tell stories that are associated with whatever message they're trying to get across through me as the vessel. I'm just in awe sometimes at the love that you guys show me on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed and you like my style of reading, I would love to have more subscribers, of course. All right, so today, you know the title, I don't, so I'm going to find out as we do this reading. Using the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Van Praagh. The oracle card that you have is Surrender. Don't let me forget to say, this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Very important card here, surrender. I can release my need to control. That looks like a petri dish, right? Lots of fiery red and orange energy in there, as well as this light lavender color. I love lavender. It is beautiful. I love amethyst as well. But this card, yeah, we all need to try to release the need to control things because we're not controlling them. But it is hard, right? I'm such an A-type personality at home and at work. At work, of course, they love that because I want every I dotted and every T crossed, and sometimes I burden myself with trying to make sure that I have a hard time delegating because I feel like it has to be done right. And that is a flaw of mine, right? I have a hard time delegating anything. And I'm like that at home when it comes to paying the bills and, keeping things orderly here. Oftentimes I don't ask my husband to help me do things because he's working 6 days a week, 5 at the outside job, and then 1 day a week for our own business. And so I feel like I always have to be in control of everything. And that is, like I said, that's a flaw, right? I shouldn't be that way. I need to learn more how to just be in the flow and accept things. And I have a sister who's like that. She's just like, whatever happens, happens. And I wish that I could be more like that. So Saggies, message for all of us. I'm a Saggy too, if I didn't say that. Surrender. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Okay. I have an animal oracle pull, but right now I'm going to face the camera down to the cards, and we are going to use the Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck, one of my favorites. Be right back. Okay, here is what this deck looks like. Oftentimes I get mesmerized by the imagery on these cards. I love these cards so much. My daughter and granddaughter gave me these for Mother's Day 2 years ago, I think. And I just couldn't believe it when I looked. I'm like, where on earth did you find the? I think she got them on Etsy. But I think they are available on Amazon now. I've seen only one other reader on YouTube of any of the ones I follow, and I follow a lot, that has this deck. And I'm thinking I think it's Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach, I think is her channel. And she has this deck. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, somebody else has this deck. Good. I'm sure many people have this deck because it's gorgeous. And I'm a big Wizard of Oz fan. It is my favorite movie. My all-time favorite. When I was in grade school, the teachers actually used to tell us when the movie was going to be on. I think it was always like around October, and the teachers were like, the Wizard of Oz is going to be on tonight. It would be a Friday night, or maybe it was a Saturday, and they would tell us. So they would kind of build the hype, right? You'd be like, ooh, the Wizard of Oz. um, Last fall, or maybe it was the summer or the end of summer, my husband and I went to a murder mystery dinner theater that was Wizard of Oz themed, and man, it was so good. It was so much fun. My next favorite movie is The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane, Hank Azaria. That movie, I can quote a lot from that movie. Two very different movies, but two very funny, feel-good movies, really. I mean, there's lots of things in The Wizard of Oz that make me laugh, but that make me feel good because childhood wonder. Wow, this deck is real. I've been shuffling the whole time. So far, we only have one card. I'm sorry. All right, Spirit. Let me focus on this. This is why I don't shuffle all the Oracle decks and everything on camera, because the video just gets too long. And I think I've said that a few times. Wowzers. All right, Spirit. What? Okay. Death. Scorpio energy. Clean slate energy. Transformation energy. Doing it differently energy. Temperance. There we are. There we are, Saggies. Listen up. Whenever the signs card comes out in a reading, I know that that means Spirit is saying, hey, come on, this is your reading. Listen up. And this Sagittarius could be your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon, or your Venus. I listen to my sun sign and rising sign. Three of Swords, we don't like that. Some sort of heartache or miscommunication possibly causing heartache. Four of Wands, happy family. Love it, love it, love it. Wands, fire energy. Okay, now I'm just dropping the cards. My gosh, I'm sorry this is taking so long. Okay, we need one more card, Spirit, please. One more card, please. One more card. I'm not going to sing. Last Friday night, we went to see a man, I think it's called, is it called A Man Named Cash? I think it is. Yeah, A Man Named Cash. It's the music of Johnny Cash. It was really good. We went to see that in Rochester, New Hampshire, but they tour all over. I think they're based in New York State, but they tour. The show is really good. If you're a fan of Johnny Cash, my husband is, and I bought those tickets basically as a gift for him. But I did enjoy the show, even though I'm not a huge country music fan. Johnny Cash was a great storyteller, and most of his songs are rooted in a story that has to do with his life or life in general. Okay, Five of Cups. All right, let's take these in the order in which they came and see what we're building on from surrender. I can release my need to control. So the Six of Pentacles. Oh boy. The Six of Pentacles is kind of about controlling where your time, energy, efforts, and money are going. So that's funny that we have I can release my need to control. So the Six of Pentacles, you see here the White King's plum cake. He's holding the plum cake. There are plums all around him. This is a lot of white and purple energy. There's also a chessboard in front of him, just like the White Queen has a chessboard in front of her. But the Six of Pentacles is about things not going where you think they are. So it could have to do with control, whereas you think you're controlling things, but you're really not. If you think about how it looks in other decks, there's like coins falling through the hands. They're not going where they're supposed to go. So maybe the universe, your guides, Spirit, is putting them where they are supposed to go. That's another way of looking at this. Spirit has never given me that message for the Six of Pentacles, but that's what they're saying today. Your time, energy, and effort. So this, what I'm hearing is you will be pulled in the direction where you need to go, even though you think it isn't where you want to go. Or even though it isn't where you want to go. Spirit will pull you in the right direction. Wow, thank you. Okay, Death. The Wicked Witch of the West. All these cards are gorgeous. Even this card, right? So death is Scorpio energy. Death is a clean slate. Death is a transmutation card. Big, huge changes, right? Scorpio is very mysterious energy. Water energy, going with the flow, things are flowing. But this card means you need to do things differently, right? It's changing the way you do things. So, yeah, Saggies, we need to. Sometimes we've been doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result, and we need to change it up. Here you are, Temperance. This is Annie M. watering her garden. So tempering something is adding something to it to change its properties, right? Temperance is also the card of balance. Sometimes we need to add something to balance things out. So she's adding water to balance the acidity in the soil. I don't know. To balance the dryness, she's adding water to it. It is a beautiful card, although the colors are rather muted here. Usually the Temperance card is very bright, vibrant card. But this is basically just saying this is you. This is your reading. So listen up. My least favorite card in the deck is the Three of Swords. Swords being communication, air signs. This is the Woodman's heart. And the Tin Woodman was very sad because of what happened to him when he was caught in the rain. And then he was out in the woods not being able to do anything, right? And he had to have oil all the time so that his body would move because he rusted, right? Remember that? So this is showing a heart that is surrounded by thorns. In this deck, this card depicts, for the Three of Swords, a closed off person, a closed off heart, right? Maybe a hardened heart, right? Maybe you've closed your heart to somebody because of miscommunication. You took something the wrong way. It could be a person's heart closed off to you because you said something that they took the wrong way. Now, being a Sagittarius myself, I am a big talker, and sometimes I put my foot in my mouth and I have to take something back or apologize for what I said. So it could be something along those lines. But swords are communication. So this might have to do with an argument or a disagreement that you've had lately with somebody. And you're kind of closed off about it. Sometimes we are so set, and this goes right back to the surrendering. Sometimes we are so set on our opinions that we harden ourselves to the other person's point of view. That's what Spirit is giving right now. So this could be a time where you need to take into consideration how the other person feels or how they're seeing the situation, right? And then you have the Four of Wands. This is the happy family card, and you see much joy and happiness there. This is depicting the Four of Wands, the flags on the castle turrets, or what are those, parapets, turrets? I don't know. But anyway, I should know because I've been watching all the Philippa Gregory series, the White Queen, the White Princess, and the Spanish Princess, so you'd think I'd be well versed in castles by now. But yeah, these are this is in Munchkin country. And wands are fire and passion, right? They're action and passion. The Four of Wands is the 1111 card. Sometimes it's known as, right? The 1111 card. But it is happiness. It is a happy family. So I feel like this card, Spirit gave us this because this doesn't have to do with family. This could have to do with a friend or somebody at work, a coworker, something that's been said that's kind of hardened you a little bit. And they want you to see it from a different perspective. And then you have the Five of Cups. Now, this card is about looking at what you don't have instead of what you do have, right? So this donkey turtle, this must be from Alice in Wonderland. I don't know. The mock turtle, right? He's looking at the three cups that are overturned when he has some beautiful golden cups back here, the light, the beautiful purple sky. But he's so focused on his emotions of what he doesn't have or what he's lost that he can't see and appreciate what he still has, right? This is a human trait, right? We're always striving to be better or have more, like a better car or a bigger house or a better paying job and all those things, that we forget to appreciate what we actually do have, right? So releasing the need to control is a big theme. This White King, the Six of Pentacles, things not going exactly where you want them to, but the message was that spirit and your guides are putting them where they need to go, or putting you where you need to go. Death, Scorpio energy, mysterious, clean slate, do it differently and the outcome will be different. Temperance, that's you, Sagittarius, adding something to it to temper it, right? Adding water, right? It's also the card of perfect balance. This Three of Swords, some sort of miscommunication or communication causing someone to close themselves off. But then you get this happy family card. So it's either it's not within your family, or you will resolve this by seeing it from somebody else's point of view or seeing it differently. Let's see if Spirit has anything they want to add. Using my mini Gilded Tarot. Yep, the Emperor, that's Aries energy. The Eight of Pentacles, that is focusing really hard on one thing while maybe other things are going by the wayside. Okay. Wow, that one, look at that. Another 5, that's a 5 of Wands. That is action, passion, and practice. Okay. So the clarifiers, or more, not really clarifies, but more information. The Emperor, this is Aries energy. Aries is the ram. They're like this, it's my way or the highway. The Emperor is a very strong masculine energy who wants to control and organize everything. And we already had, I can release my need to control. There could be somebody trying to control you or your actions or what you do. This could be at work. It could be within the family. It could be, I've had friends before that tried to control my opinions or what have you. But yeah, this Emperor energy, I mean, it looks like fire, right? Some really passionate person. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. See how he's really focused in on this, but these are all collecting dust and cobwebs. There could be something you need to change your focus. Now, this is the same message of the Five of Cups. Change your focus. Change your focus to change the outcome. Five of Wands, right? You've got people practicing, right? Fives, again, change, wands, action, passion. Change it up. So you have change in the Death card. You have change in the Five of Cups card. You have change in the Five of Wands card. And the message about the Eight of Pentacles was change. You're going to have to change your focus, right? Change your focus, change your focus, change your focus. Okay? Wow, Saggies, this was pretty amazing. Your animal oracle, elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Yeah, and in Spirit is adding when you change your focus. Okay, so changing your focus seems to be a big theme, and it's probably in the title, so you may have already known that. Saggies, that's what I have for you right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for tuning in. Would love to have comments on how this resonated for you. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.